The amateur game has always been a big part in our lives. It's always the topic of our conversations and it's constantly on our minds on a daily basis.
Although it's not at a professional level, the amateur game is a working class sport at a working class level. Players put their bodies on the line, lives on hold, and have worked their socks off to be the best they can be from the top to the bottom of the amateur game.
We live and breathe football, and the amateur game has given us our best years in football. Both of us have come to the end of our playing days and want to sit and speak to the legends of the game, legends in their world, to sit and listen about the careers and stories of the game we love.
Welcome to our podcast.
3 points, please.
Okay, today we have a man that's doing unbelievable things outside of football, loves football just as much as all of us do. He has a few trophies in the cabinet.
Yeah.
A top bloke, Ian Dumbrell. Welcome.
Thanks very much, lads.
Welcome,
Yeah, appreciate it.
So, you retired about 3 years ago, was it?
2021 I retired, yeah.
And you've gone a bit of coaching now, so
Coaching.
talk us through that.
Well, so since I retired, I stopped because I had a mental breakdown. My son was autistic, and I had to stop playing football because my partner needed a helping hand. And then, long story short, I had a mental breakdown, and that was the reason why I stopped playing football, because I couldn't do it anymore. And I'm coaching now, and it's the best thing. I'm probably opposite compared to the people you had on the podcast. I love football, but I have to stay involved. I know people were saying that you probably don't like football. Some of your guests, I have to stay involved all the time. The way my mind is, I have to do something. And my body's at the shutting down. I can't physically play anymore. I never was fit, but I can't. But the next best thing was the coaching.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Was it your body and your mind that kind of gave up on you?
Yeah, it was both of them. So what happened was when I stopped playing football, I stopped playing with Airfield. No, sorry, I stopped playing football with Usher Celtic, because a very good friend of mine asked me to go down and play. And I was conceding goals, and it was just stupid goals. But what broke my heart was, if I made a mistake and I look at a centre-half's facial expression and I'm after letting them down, broke me in half. Couldn't do that anymore. That's the main reason why, excuse me, I gave up football, because if I made a mistake, which I've made a lot of mistakes,
goalkeepers, I'm not saying goalkeepers, but that's you make mistakes, and it's gonna happen. So
see that facial expression. For example, when we played Lenton, and if I made a mistake, if you make a great save, it's a high five, or you win a game because it's the penalty, the best thing in the world. On the opposite side, if I made a mistake and because I played in goal, you probably get beaten because of that mistake. And I could see the facial expressions. I couldn't hack it anymore. So it was just to break me in half.
You're getting yourself down, or you think you're letting the team down? But
both. It was mostly self-inflicted. It was all about
you're bringing that home and you're overthinking it. Whereas the people that had the facial expressions were probably saying, 5 minutes out, I've forgotten about it.
Exactly.
So,
I couldn't forget it.
So you're taking a lot of it on your shoulders.
It came to a stage where my missus says to me, "You want to be very careful keep playing football," because I was bringing it home, and then you're having an argument with your board. And it's you can't be doing that all the time.
Yeah, it's as much as a hobby and much as we love it, when it starts affecting your home life and your mental health at that stage, you need to question it. And then, as you said, you had a mental breakdown, so obviously you took it to the, wouldn't say the extremes. It went that far to break it down.
Yeah. Well, he's all on my story. We'll get into his story, but he's all on my story because I put up on social media.
And we can get there.
And but one of the main reasons I gave up, well, first of all, I had to become a parent first, because I had my son's autistic, and I had to be there for my fiance all the time. He's a father, and your partner needs a help. Now, again, I'd love to be. I'm only 33. I was only saying to Nelson there, I played a.
You're 33, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going around years.
I thought you were 43.
Every time I say that, people say, "What are you doing here?" But I only played the charity there, a tournament there the weekend for East Wall, for the autism section that my son's in, and it was fantastic. Like Cara McCabe and all was there, all the old school lads, and I loved every single minute of it. But my body, I feel I'm in a car crash now, and my body, it's killing me. And all them emotions were coming back, because I was saying, "Jeez, I loved," because I pulled off one save, and people are like, "Oh, you still have it." See that buzz, see that sensation of people saying, "Oh, you're go on," because that's I loved all that in football. I loved it. See the football environment, or when they're training and people slagging each other, that buzz, That's the one thing I miss big time.
You're probably the most busiest person I've met in your life.
That's why a lot of people used to say to me, how did you go through your mental health because you were so happy? Just put a mask on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I put a mask on, but that was it.
But your personality is bubbly, so it's not.
I got away with it sometimes.
I know what you're saying with putting a mask on, but from knowing you, I think you're a bubbly person anyway. Like even obviously you've had your ups and your downs, but even if you didn't have mental health issues in the past or wherever it may be, I think you'd still be that bubbly person. I know you're saying there you'll put a mask on, but you're still a bubbly person behind the mask and in front of the mask.
No, I appreciate that. No, but listen, everybody says that about me. It's just my personality.
I think because you're that like bubbly and they're always buzzing on. I think people they probably thought you could have that pop at you even more because
all the time.
Because you're always slagging and everything. So they say, well, he's on the pop.
He's able for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if he can give it, he can take it.
Exactly.
Since you said that, I had to bring something very good. When I was playing for Bexford all them years ago, I think we were playing a bad game, and Johnny Cardle, he was a manager with Pierre, and they came in and had a go with me, and it wasn't my fault, right? But they were saying we gave a go to you because we had to wake the dressing room up because you could accept it. They went, but they started saying that to me.
They didn't know that you probably couldn't, and you're bringing it home.
No, but that's why you see football, lads. Football gave me everything. Listen, it gave me dark times, but it gave me the most. It gave me happiness.
Yeah, it's crazy that like football can bring you the highs and lows of football. Like, you know what I mean? So you can score the 90th minute equaliser and then concede and make a mistake in the 92nd minute. Within 2 minutes, you're going from. You think you're the hero from getting the equaliser to giving away the goal and losing the game.
That's more like a life of a goalkeeper instead of putting it as a score and as a goal. If Ian can pull off a top corner, what you said, like last second of the game. Yeah. Well, last 2 seconds of the game, and then the last second he could let one go under his legs.
As I coach the kids now, I always say the life of a goalkeeper. Like, I'm not being biased here, in my opinion. It's the most hardest and important position on the pitch. Now, a striker could say no to strike or a right full, but the way I see it is, if a goalkeeper makes a mistake, 9 times out of 10 is a goal. Like when I played with both of you, like if you made a mistake, we could get you out of bad luck. But unfortunately, when a goalkeeper makes a mistake, it's game over.
This could be a myth now, but I think all goalkeepers are off that bleeding banana.
Well, right, here's one for you.
I don't think Ian's the right person to say that.
I'm delighted you said that, right? Because that says to me all the time. Now, I am a bit mad, right? Let's call it spade a spade. I am a bit mad, right? But define mad on regards of playing in goal, right? Because you're the centre half, right? And if you were in a cup final and you put your head, if you're going to get kicked in the head to block a goal, you're going to do that. Are you mad over that?
Yeah, but if you say brave of it, but it doesn't mean eccentric. I meant to say, man, eccentric. Goalkeepers are eccentric there, right? Or rephrase that.
I know, like, I was listening to a few podcasts, like some Morgan, the goalkeeper. He's not
Morgan
mad.
wasn't mad.
So you don't have to be mad to play in goal. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, I am mad, lad. That's called a spade. I am. But I am. Everybody knows that. Like, I just had a conversation with my ma there. I'm actually getting assessed after Christmas. I might be autistic. You might have to have a bit of bravery and madness are two separate things. Like Alan'd be the exact same playing right full or playing inside the mid. You'd put your body on the line. Yeah. Like you'd put your head. But that's people think that's madness. When I was playing a goal, I loved haunting people. I don't know why it was.
Yeah.
Because I remember playing one of the incidents when I was playing for Sheriff against O'Devney. And it was down on the Yastro all them years ago. And the O'Devney centre forward, what was his name? He scored in the final and he was
Pat O'Cannon.
I broke his ribs. So see the way you're as a goalkeeper, you come up and raise your knee.
Yeah.
And they were coming into me now. It was down on the Yastro. I was getting dogs abuse. Get out here, me show you. The bigger the game, I'm going to be much better.
I think I played that. We beat you.
No, I never got beaten by O'Devney. Never. Just never.
One of that, yeah.
But it was one of them games down on the Yastro, and the ball was in it. God rest his soul. Brian Parks, a good friend of mine, he was playing, and he whipped the ball in. And all he heard the shout was, "Put it on top of Dumbrell." Well, I was like, again, the bigger the game, the better I play. And it came out, but Pat is only a wee man. But I jumped up. They're going 6'3" now, and I jumped up. Oh, what a centre forward! Player. But my knee went into his rib cage, and I shot at his rib cage, and I punctured his lung. He had to go to the hospital. And I'm looking at him like that. Yeah. What's going on here? And people say, he's mad. That's not being, that's goalkeeper. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I loved it. I don't know what I like. Saving penalties, I loved it. Saving free kicks and all, but see
the physicality in.
See coming out of corners and battering people. I don't know what it was.
To be honest, as a player, even myself, and I'd say you're the same way. Like hearing you say that, Ian, as a goalkeeper, I'm like that as well as a player in a tackle. When I throw myself in, and now not maliciously. Look, I've been dirty over all the years. I've never I've never ever went in to maliciously say I'm gonna do him or I'm gonna smash his leg. I've left a bit on. I've kicked out. I've done other little bits and pieces, but when you throw yourself into a good hard tackle and you come through the one,
I'm like that with headers.
You're like that with headers. It's like I'm like that with tackles. You're like that with headers.
The feeling you get because of that.
The feeling. It's sometimes it's better than
in your own mind. You probably think
sticking a goal in.
In your own mind, you probably think you're doing like you've seen the Premier League. You're open, you're hanging in the air for ages. You're just a big fat man jumping. That's
if that happens in the first 5 minutes of the games, you're like, right, I'm gone. That's me.
Good game. Straight away.
As a goalkeeper, like, listen. The way I talk, if the more talking you do, the less saves I make. My goalkeeping coach from Bowes years ago, Darren McKelly, used to say that to me. The more talking you do, the less saves I make. But when we make saves, that's what it's all about. I love that. And the first 5 minutes of a game, if a cross gets whipped into me and I catch that, I'm like, right, I'm settling.
You're at the setting your tone.
And or
confidence, the centre halves get confidence from that as well. If
you do nothing in the game and you're waiting, that's where my mind always like I'd had to be physically in a game and concede shots all the time, shots all the time. And for me to play very well, if I went through a game and didn't make any saves, I'd be looking at the plane, looking at the boards going over. I'd have to be engaged all the time. That was my downfall compared to other goalkeepers who were better than me. It's just a concentration thing, because if I wasn't in a game making save after save after save, my mind would go elsewhere.
Do you know what's funny though? Because there's a few goalkeepers like that are playing a professional football.
Yeah.
And there's players at professional. The hardest thing to do to try and get, I think, as a footballer at any sort of level, is to have an ability to stay concentrated for a full 90 minutes. Forget about how good you are.
Yeah.
Or making right decisions. For you to stay concentrated on absolutely everything. There's a million and one things going on a football pitch. As a right full or a centre midfielder or wherever where you play, if you can concentrate for them 90 minutes, you have something special there at any level.
Fitness always comes into as well, because once you get tired, the head goes first.
But if you're fit, you're obviously your head's going to be kind of screwed on. You can get a little bit tired.
That's the life of a goalkeeper. Now the old saying, you don't need to be fit as a goalkeeper. Yes, you do. Yeah, because you just switch off.
I'm going to do my badges there and won a couple of workshops. They're going to do the goalkeeping side of it. Just get an outlook from that side of things, because a lot of people probably go down the futsal side or the fitness. But if you get goalkeepers, you can understand it then, because there's no point in you having a goalkeeper on your side and you're just like, you jump over there, as you said, you jump over there and do your own thing and lead into it.
It's a different world altogether outside of football and goalkeepers.
It's a lonely place, I'd say. It's the goalkeepers union.
I was about to say that, like, if you have good people around you, if you play for the football team and you're the only goalkeeper, it can be lonely. That's where the crack has to come in. If you have a goalkeeping coach, it's very beneficial. If you don't have a goalkeeping coach, you might struggle. That's just the way life is. But
I think it's vital for every club to have a goalkeeping coach. Well, schoolboys and seniors.
All of you up, yeah. 100%.
Let's get into that's you asked the question before, Alan, like, are you busy? I am crazy busy because there's a shortage of goalkeeping coaches. I'm involved in a WhatsApp group. I actually created myself for just goalkeeping coaches.
Just you in it, is it?
All over the world. No, all over the world. So we went out on Twitter and said, I want to create a WhatsApp group just for coaches, just for general information.
Of course.
I'm putting videos and all in.
Bounce off each other's ideas.
Just people in Ireland, England, there's goalkeeping coach at the MLS. One of the goalkeeping coaches is the Miami.
That's a great idea.
He put a selfie. He put a selfie in with Messi with the World Cup, and he's in my WhatsApp now. But see the goalkeeping you and all the communication. It's vital, and that's why I like if you want to get into the goalkeeping, I highly recommend it. And you might find on the centre half, you might find a board. It won't be bored. I'm telling you now.
You could have an interest.
That's like my phone is gone. Listen, I'm doing well, fair play. But my phone, it's not about me. It's about getting more goalkeeping coaching involved.
Yeah.
Well, look, if you look at Finglas United there now, I don't think Finglas United have a goalkeeping coach in the club.
No.
You manage, what age group do you manage? Under 9s. If you do a goalkeeping coach course, obviously. Yeah. And get the basics.
Yeah.
You can give him that knowledge. Do you know what I mean?
100%,
That because he's not getting the knowledge
Come here,
because there's no one there.
because there's no one there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Fitness is only getting bigger. Many teams involved now.
20 over 20 years.
It's very rare for the team like that to not have a goalkeeping coach. Like the bigger the team is, you need one.
100%, I totally agree. Yeah, as you said, the shortage probably doesn't help either.
Yeah,
and then,
it's probably tough for a club to get somebody in.
See, when we were growing up, nobody wanted to play in goal. Everybody wanted like it's more popular nowadays because of the likes of Alisson and Edison and David De Gea.
It's funny as you said that we've done under 9s. You're not assigned a goalkeeper there, but to be fighting to get in goal, then Jimmy.
Yeah.
There's certain times I want to get goal, then there's like, no one's getting goal, then you all want to go. But there is a lot of people offering to get in that. Just want to stay there. Like.
Yeah. We never had that.
No, jeez.
I only played in goal because
back.
I couldn't. I started off as a centre half and I couldn't move.
Yeah.
And then my own manager said, "Do you want to play in goal one day?" And then I said, "No, they're being brave," and I put me hands in my head and that was it. I was in goal. I loved it.
So on that note, then we'll take it back then to where it all started. You know.
Oh yeah. Where it all started, right? So I played football because of my brother. I have an older brother, Simon.
Where did you grow up in?
Stoney Batter. So Dublin 7. So it's right in between O'Devney and Cabra. There's no Manor Street there. That's where I grew up. And I started off playing football down there. And the reason why I played football is my brother's 4 years older than me, but he always had a football in the stands. When I was growing up, I didn't want to play football. I had no interest. I was out in the streets bleeding, doing what all your friends do, just out.
Messing.
Yeah, but I wasn't playing football.
Yeah.
But then my brother growing up was very good. And people are saying, "No, he's doing very well." And I was very jealous. I was like, "Oh, you want to be better than him?" And he started off in goal playing for Bows. And I think my dad brought me up to a goalkeeping training session one day. And I went up and the manager with Bows, I forget his name. I was a centre half because the reason why I was a centre half, I was so tall. And back in them days, you didn't play football. It was long ball. And I used to just heady ball. So I got away with it. But when you go up the levels as centre half, you need to have a bit about you. And I had no clue. They're like, "Get in goal, you now. That's you done." But
you had your fun getting goal there, yeah.
But when I get in goal, lads, it's like a duck to water. I can't explain the feeling you get when I play in goal. It was just I love the position. And when I play in goal now, I didn't. Like, I should have done better. We'll get into it. I should have done better than what I done. I done okay, but I should have done a lot better, in my opinion. But I started off playing for Bows, and then I'm from that area. And you know the football club out of town, St. Anthony's?
Yeah.
Going back, looks like Gitto Fagan. And I remember Gitto Fagan to play for United. He started off at Alfie's. Alfie's was an inner city team. Oh my God, what a team it was. St. Alfie's, right? Everybody from town. And play for them. It's like you out here, you had Fingers, you had Wefta and all. So
the Valley and everything, yeah.
And Alfie's was the inner city town, which was unreal. And as I said, like Gitto Fagan. Gitto Fagan left Alfie's signed for Home Farm, and a year later he signed for Manchester United. But the thing about Alfie was it was run by the Christian brothers, and they had a tournament every year in Rome and Florida. So I went over to play an international football tournament in Rome with Alfie's. I think it was under 14s. And then the next year under 15s, I went over to Florida and played the tournament. And they were unreal. Now
there's some crack there, a lot of lads from town going over to Florida.
That's just a misconception, but like, everybody was well behaved now. We're all kids and all, but like I've never played abroad or like I've never been to a level where you go to the Milk Cup and all. I've never done that. But if you gave me an opportunity to go over and play in Florida.
Brilliant, yeah, deadly.
There was, and then the one in Rome stood out because we were playing against a team in Rome. And I remember we beat them in the final. We ended up saving 2 penalties, but we beat them in the final. And that team, like, they were the best team in there, and we beat them 2-0. And people were like, who are these? Who's St. Anthony's? Yeah. It was just.
Anyone else we know that would have been on that schoolboy team?
Who was on it? Gitto Fagan was on it. Glenn Boylan was on it. Glenn Boylan's dead now. Glenn Boylan's a very good footballer. Yeah, I remember listening to Anton Kavanagh. Anton Kavanagh, I think he would have played for Alfie's growing up because he's from the city. Anybody else would have been. I don't think the main person that got away was Gitto Fagan. He was the main person. All the rest of them would have filtered away because of inner city, like of the drug scene and all that. But I think it was off the top of my head. It was only Gitto, but. Like, I'll say that all day. Gitto played for Alfie. He went on to sign for Manchester United.
Brilliant, yeah, pretty good. Very good,
so after St. Anthony's, I started dusting in O'Devney, and I ended up signing for O'Devney as a schoolboy with all my friends and training on O'Devney pitch. Like, as a goalkeeper, you're diving on the concrete. people, that's when you are
in
mad.
the middle of the flats.
That's when you are mad because people are like, what are you doing? I used to come home with scrapes and cuts everywhere. My mum was like, what? I was playing football, man. But that's what I loved it.
Yeah.
Playing with Devney and all my friends are like Marley, Jeremy Rowe, Swanee, Robbie Martin, what a... Like, he's still playing now. I see him as a child, lads. I tell you, as a child, he was miles ahead of everybody. Mark Higgins playing for Devney. So I remember one game, we was Devney under 16s. And
you were all the same age group?
Robbie? He's a year older than me, 2 years older than me. But we all, when he was under 16s, I was 14 or 15, he had no goalkeeper. I was the only two goalkeepers in the area with me and Paul Lynch. And I remember playing against that team you mentioned, St. Anthony's, but St. Anthony's had Barry Fox. No, Barry Fox used to play for Devney.
Yeah.
So St. Anthony's had the best players in the city playing for them, and Sambo Hennessy put a team together with Devney. And I remember we played them up in the park, up in the Phoenix Park, and you swear it was a Champions League final, 500 people there. And I think I was 14 years old. I couldn't kick the ball. I had to get me sent to have to kick the ball. I was 14 years of age. And I remember playing for that team. We ended up beating them 1-0 and I got man of the match.
Yeah, brilliant.
But see that, like the joy that football brought me. 14 years of age, and you're looking at all the older kids in your area. I want to do well here, because they not like when you walk around and you have all your older friends, and they give you a stick and all. And he's sure you football. He's good. I was like, no, I'm going to prove them wrong. I am good. And I played that game. We beat. I think it was 1-0. We beat them. And I never ever get the scenes up there. I think it was about 500 people in the park. But that was unreal. And then from Devney, I went on to Shells, to sign for Shells, and that was the highest I ever got playing at schoolboy level. I played for Shells Premier under 15s, Grand Curtain Premier with the Shells.
Yeah.
And that was very good because Home Farm had Ian Daly, Joe O'Neill. Like, that was Joe O'Neill that season went off the buddy. Like, that Home Farm team were unreal. So Home Farm, when I signed for Shells, Curtin was saying every time we play Home Farm or Wefter, I remember playing Wefter, right? Wefter beat us 7-0. Paddy Madden got 5 goals.
Yeah, that did some team, didn't he?
Yeah, but Paddy Madden, when he was a child, hopefully he doesn't mind me saying, he was overweight, he was.
Yeah.
But my God, what a goal scorer he was. He beat us 7-0. He scored 5 goals. But
he's only saying the 161 goals or something he has in there.
He just, in a
career.
He's still playing.
Yeah.
In what league? In his career, his professional career.
Yeah, 161 goals, yeah.
He's done well.
Listen, he knew how to put the ball in the net. Like, it's the hardest thing in the world, and he just knew what to do. But yet, they beat us 7-0, and then we played Home Farm up in Mulberry Road. Home Farm up there in that age group, because he stayed from 13s, 14s, 15s, 16s, they all stayed together. Young Philly Hampton, no Giggsy, little brother. They've been beaten there in 3 years. We beat them 1-0. The parents ran onto the pitch for the game of bandit because we beat them 1-0.
No way.
Never ever forget that. Because you were like, we have an unbeaten record here of 4 years or 3 years. And we Shells threw a team together and we went up, we beat them 1-0. Craig Hill from the Bond. Do you ever know Hillier? This fellow was smashing growing up. He was taller than everybody else. He was both foot and he could score. And without him, like, he was a proper centre forward. Yeah, but we ended up beating him. And then I'll never forget that. And then from there, under 16s, I think I was 16, 17, and then I went straight into senior football.
With who?
Bows. So
senior football with Bows.
Yeah, so Bows reserves.
Yeah,
so that's when I knew.
Would that have been like 21s, under 21s back then? Or was it reserves?
Yeah,
it was called reserves then, because
yeah.
they changed it.
It was changed, yeah. That's when I went straight, because a good friend of mine, John Along, was up there.
John, yeah.
And he says to me,
pisses when he wants.
Yeah. And he says, we're looking for the goalkeeper, and the coach at the time was Tony O'Connor Tocky, who was a League of Ireland legend. He played with Bowes, and Paul Doyle. No, Paul used to work with Talca. Mm-hmm. So they rang me out of the blue. Ian, do you want to come up? And I'm like, of course they do. It's Bowes. Let's go. And I went up playing up there for the year, but it was very good.
Who was first team manager then?
Pat Fenlon. But I got involved with the first team because I was still in school. I was still in my leaving cert. See, when you get 2 weeks off for Easter, you used to get 2 weeks off for Easter. I got put into the first team for them 2 weeks.
Good, yeah, training.
Was
that full-time training?
Full, yeah. So they used to, yeah. So that was in 2007, and they won the league. So the two centre forwards was Jason Moore and Glenn Crowe. The goalkeeper was Brian Murphy, and the number 2 was Chris Canopta. That was the USA under 23's goalkeeper. He was unreal, but he always had to go out to America to represent the country. So I get the nod then. And I was up in and around the first team, but.
So that was very daunting, though, was it? As a young coming up?
Because when I walked into the dressing room, Jason McGuinness grabbed me. Kevin Hunt came out to me as a captain and just broke the silence because I'm like that, sitting in the corner like that, shaking. What do I do here? Jason McGuinness, he's from Stoney Battle. I know Joe. He came out to me. He said, "Lads, this is him. Break the silence." And Kevin Hunt shook my hand, and that's God. He's God up there. But it just broke the silence, and I was like, right.
Once that was out of the way, then the head's onto the football.
No, then I started telling jokes. That's my personality. I was slagging because see, football lads. If I walked into a dressing room, with no jokes, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't be involved. That's why I love football. I have to get.
It's part and parcel with it, isn't it? It's
you have to slag people. You have to
slagging. It's built into the nature, isn't it? It's like a contract you sign. You start playing football.
Can you take a slagging? Can you take a slagging? No, go on.
But look, and when you come from where you're at to come from, I know it was like in the Out Devoney dressing room. You're wearing thick skin in that dressing room.
Mark McCormick,
you were going.
Like
you got the raft of it. But even with us with Wefta and all, you're wearing thick skin.
Yeah,
like that's
no point packing bags on leg day.
But that's in my opinion, that's the difference between a good player and not a good player. See that personality, because if you're not a good player and you're in your own little zone and you're on a football pitch and you're looking at the left person or the right person to get you out of a hole, and if you haven't got a player, I think that's a negative. Yeah. That's just the way I see football. I think you have to be big or brave. You have to speak out.
It goes to show, like, it's probably proven over the years, a team that has that kind of bond, that slagging on it, will go to war for each other and dig each other of holes, as you said.
Definitely.
And
like that.
And if you're down, 1-1 down, say, fucking Haddon Park Day against Glasgow Day, you know, if you have a good team behind you, you're going to dig yourself out,
yeah. I think that's the big difference. Like, unfortunately, I've been in a lot of dress rooms where the banter with the crack was unreal. I've been in a few dress rooms where
it's non-existent.
I'm not going to stay here over that. That's
I've been in a one or two. One mainly, I think I've been in. I remember leaving Weft, I think, and I signed for Phoenix for the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Now look, all the lads and all were sound.
Yeah.
100%, they really were. But my God, you could hear the penny drop in the dressing room.
I'm not
even a bit of music in the place.
I'm not. Yeah. If I
walk, as soon as the season was over, I was gone.
Do you know what? I think it's if you have a squad for. Like a team from around the area, a lot of them from around the area, you'd have to crack more.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix was only newly built, wasn't it? Newly formed.
Yeah, they were getting players coming in.
Over, so there's no connection there. So
they were getting players up that weren't getting in at Tolkien.
Yeah, exactly. So
it was like that team. It was like that team that Gib Barber's. He mentioned that team where he was getting paid.
No, Marion.
Like I'd say there was no crack there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, now listen, I'm not going to get paid fair play to him. What a player. But your dress room wins. Like, it has to be the Sheriff dress room I was involved with, the best dress room I've ever been in. Because when you walk in, like, if you're not getting slagged off John O'Rourke, you're getting slagged off Anthony Cabinet. And if you can't take that, you're out. Yeah. That's the way it is. If you can't get slagged, if you can't take a slagging in them dress rooms, you're out.
This episode is brought to you by EcoPro Power Flushing. If your heating system isn't working as efficiently as it used to, then it might be time that you get yourself an EcoPro Power Flush. EcoPro are one of the most trusted experts in power flushing and also offer other services as well, such as boiler fitting, limescale removal and reverse osmosis. They'll rid your system of any sludge, rust or debris and will have your home heating system working to its full capacity. For a warmer home, call EcoPro on 085 831 6372 or contact them via Instagram or Facebook at EcoPro_power flushing.
So how did it work out up in Bowes?
So with Bowes, right, so listen, I was only up there because she had no goalkeeper, but I used to for an experience. It was unreal. I was training with the force here, and then I got a phone call, they let me go. We're not going to use it anymore. And then I moved on to Pats because John O'Long moved on to Pats. And growing up, John O'Long was my best friend in football, so wherever he went, I went, and we went on to Pats. I was with Pats for half a season. I wasn't really getting in. I was only 17. But the reserves league was, you're playing in stadiums, but that travelling, lads, like, I remember going Finn Harps, Ballybuffet one weekend, and then you're going to Turner's Cross. And
it's heartbreaking stuff.
You're not getting home till 2:30 in the morning, and it's like I wasn't getting paid to do it. And listen, I was grateful for the opportunity of being there, but it wasn't for me. So
it seems like we're at the interviewing a good few people, and the majority of them dipped their toes into a bit of League of Ireland, and a lot of them are at the saying exactly what you were at the saying. It wasn't for me. Didn't like the travelling, fell out with it.
Yeah. Well, it's a difference. Like if you're getting well paid, it's a job. Because I have loads of friends in the League of Ireland. If you're getting well paid, fair play. That's your job, and it comes with it. But if you're not getting paid and you're doing all that traveling,
there's something at the end of it. Like someone says, your man says, listen, 6 months out of the line, you're gonna be in that force team. You say, Jesus, no, but I'll bring me pillow for the bus, like Jimmy.
I don't think.
But if you think there's no light at the end of that tunnel.
You'll easily walk out.
Go my way.
I knew myself at 16, 17 years of age playing that standard. I wasn't ready for that. Nowhere near that. I just knew playing in games because, again, see, when I get bored, I come out and try and make
to kind of get involved, but you don't need to get involved. Yeah.
Like the one incident, very good friend of mine, Anna, I was only waiting the weekend. Anna centre half with Boas, and Anna was a great centre half years ago, and he was so tall. And I think we were playing Sporting Fingal. And we were winning 1-0, and I was bored. I have to do something here. And the cross came in, and it was on Anna's head. Because I was so bored, my concentration went. I tried to call keepers, and I smacked him in the mouth, and we ended up drawing 1-1. And the manager came over. He said, "Well, what are you doing?" Like,
concentration, as Al said, the concentration for 90 minutes.
See, and that's the difference between me. If I go through a game, not making mistakes, I'm going to make mistakes. The bigger the game is, when I played all them games with Sheriff, they were massive games where I was on it. For my concentration, I'd have to be involved. Yeah. That's just the way it was. That's why I never done well. Like,
so we're 17 at Pats.
I went to Pats, and then I was there for half a season, and then I left. And then the local team down in Stony Bat, there was a team called Brendaville FC. My brother was playing for them. I always wanted to play with my brother, and it was a banger because I was still in contract. But it wasn't a contract. You sign a bleeding.
You get regraded.
Yeah, and I ended up playing for Brendaville. Because I wanted to play with my brother, but that was in the lower leagues, and that was nearly the park leagues.
That's what we said. It was a gig went from League of Ireland. He came back then. Wasn't League of Ireland? And he came back down playing. No, it was Tony Griffiths. Tony Griffiths came down and he went back playing with his mates again.
Yeah,
that's what you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't have to do that then. Just to enjoy football again.
I think I played a half a season there. And I had a great season because the standard wasn't that good. And every time...
Don't go for your confidence.
Yeah, but I could get away with it because if I made a mistake, you probably wouldn't get a goal because the centre forwards weren't that good because the standard was poor. So I had a very good season that season. And there was people talking about me. And then...
How old are you now at this stage?
Just at about to turn 18. And then I got a phone call off my cousin Dad Prendergast when I go to Bangor Celtic. I was like, who was Bangor Celtic? Because when I was growing up, it was Manchester United in Ireland. I didn't LSL or AOL. I didn't know what I meant.
So you didn't know about senior football.
I didn't know. And then I got a phone call when I come out to Bangor, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I started asking around, what's Bangor like? And Bangor like, they're the top senior team, top. So I went down there and I was like, oh my God, this is unreal. See the fitness levels. I never knew anything fitness until I went down there. Now the old school with Leinster senior. No football on the Tuesday. run.
Don't even see a ball, yeah.
A football on the Thursday, but it was fantastic because I was a kid, I was a whippet. And I was mostly on the bench all that season. I played Saturday. But senior Saturday back then had all the players who were about to retire.
Strong league.
And it's that Cherry Orchard team. I'm very bad about names and all, but that senior Saturday team, Cherry Orchard, were unreal, but that's what they
learned.
Lads that could have played first team.
Yeah,
probably.
It was just
all they probably had lads that were playing first team and came back. And
but that's what I learned. You have to be strong. No, see if I said players could, like if people ask me what you're good as a goalkeeper, crosses against because I love clapping people. I don't know what it is about it. Like if you put the ball bottom corner, I'm not getting it. That's called a spade. It's spade.
The toe comes out.
The toe, yeah, but. When I went to Leinster Senior and I played Saturday and the ball, and you realise he's only a kid, whip it. I had to learn the hard way, but it was a great learning. I loved it. And that's where I became big and brave on corners and all. Because listen, I was on the bench a lot of times, so what? But what I used to gain experience and what do I do here? Is that goalkeeper good? And I used to play with Lee Murphy. Like Lee Murphy's the greatest keeper I've ever seen. But I learned a lot by watching this. And I used to go down and that Leinster Senior, like you play Bluebell away when they're in the pump. Cherry Orchard back then were unreal. That Crumlin team when James Lee first got into the team, I remember going down there and Bangor and Crumlin were locking horns. And Danny Loughlin and all.
Massive rivalry there.
Oh, years ago. I remember.
Well, for Bangor.
I remember I was on the bench and I think it was 1-1 down in the skill in Crumlin's pitch. And the goalkeeper got injured. And it was the only time in my footballing journey I said, I don't want to go on here. I was too afraid.
Against Crumlin?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, no, don't be injured. Please don't be injured. That's the only thing. Anything else, let's go. But I was like, no, I don't want to do this. Because I just, like, the centre mid Kramer. First time I ever see him play. Holy God. That's why I'm saying, this is a standard. Let's see, can you get there? But being on the bench for Bangor and looking at that Leinster Senior League was only the stuff I learned. And then hard work at you. Like, Bangor's philosophy was work hard, play football next. Compared to like your coming user of football, get the ball down. Bangor Celtic was the whole midfielder was Teddy Gleeson. Remember Teddy Gleeson?
Smashing football.
Get the ball. Don't play football. Get into the channel. But he was unreal at it. Every time, give me the ball into the channel for Deco Carroll.
See that what you're saying there, right? Doesn't it sound easy, right? As a centre midfielder, if a manager comes to you and says, all I want you to do is clip it around the corner, clip it around, doesn't it sound really easy? There's only a certain amount of people that can do that as a centre midfielder, to hit them. Yeah, I'm just going to do this, but it's so hard.
He perfected that. Like, playing with them boys, like that team, as I said, goalkeeper, Elvis, centre half, Adam Dell, like Dell, listen to me cousin, but Dell Prendergast, he was unbelievable centre half, unreal midfield.
Still playing for Bangor?
Yeah, he's injured now at the moment, yeah. And the spine was 30, and then the centre forward was Deco Carlin and a fella called One Chop, or Wally, big polo player, was unreal. Simple to get Barb, get Barb was much better than him. But the spine of that team, like, there was. And then you get down on a Tuesday and you're like, oh, I'm at the home, me back, I'm tired. And the lads are like, no, let's go. There's no footballs here. There's nobody crying. There's like if you took your footballs away now, you're like, oh, I'm not doing this. Where's my football I want to play? But see, back then, everybody's attitude was unreal. And we ended up winning the league that year. Now, listen, I wasn't a part. I was just part of the start of the team. But
still a good experience, though.
What an introduction to Leinster Senior football. Looking at other goalkeepers and how they perform and how they warm up.
And long you down there for down Bangor?
Only a year I stayed there. Yeah. And then I got a phone call off Sheriff.
Before we go kind of any further in, I know we'll probably delve off the subject, but I'm sure we'll touch on everything anyway. Obviously it's no secret that you did struggle with mental health, and you spoke about it and you said you'll get into it.
Yeah.
Was your mental health there with you before all this what you spoke about, or since when did it creep in, and since you were a child? Right,
so what happened to me was, just off topic, when I was 14 years of age, I suffered serious bullying in school. And it was my fault in hand because none of us took up myself. But
don't never put the blame on yourself.
But that's just the way I talk about it.
Your mentality should be like, Jimmy. It's not your fault.
That's just the way I talk about it, because when I was in school, I was extremely tall. Like, I'm 6'3" now. I always really tall, but I stretched. But my man and dad always says to me, never use your hands, never get physical, use your words. And I used to get bullied, and people saying, look at that dope, let's batter him. And I was like, but I'm not saying violence is the answer, but I should have used violence, because I just let people.
It's the one called violence, it's called protecting yourself.
I used to let people punch the head on me, Nelson, being stupid, because I was told that background, never get physical. Never. So I was like, very fair enough.
No, were you in a local school, like in
local
in
school,
a
but
local
it's
school,
the St. Paul's CBS, great school, but I got severely bullied. But again,
isn't it the worst and most cowardly thing to be a bully at that age group?
It's different forms of though. There's obviously the physical side of it, then there's the kind of the verbal side and the mental side and all. So, but some people that are part of it don't want to be part of it. Just they're afraid to step away from it because they'll get bullied. And they be picked on. So it's a fucking vicious cycle. Like.
I'm delighted you said that. That's why I'm a mental health advocate. That's why I'm doing all these talks, because there's nobody talking about it. And I think that's wrong. Like, somebody reached out to me there 2 weeks ago, said, Ian, you're the only person going around football teams talking about mental health. And like, I'm not doing this. Say, look at Ian Dumbrell do this. I'm doing it. It's the old.
You're not that sort of person.
No, but it's the old. Like, I'm not even charging. People think I'm charging. I'm not. I don't want. I never would charge.
You don't run up and down things and night. Then we sat in on it.
It's really good. Yeah,
especially for the kids at that age too. But
I think it's very important, especially with goalkeepers. But when I was 14, unfortunately, I tried to hang myself, and my ma saved my life. She came into the room and she took me down. So
And did that lead in from the process of being bullied? Were you so upset about being bullied you couldn't come to terms with it?
At that age, I had no comparison with life. I was like, why am I getting? Nobody loves me. I knew my family loved me, but I was like, nobody loved me. And then
when it's in your own head,
24 hours.
Yeah,
wasn't really.
You think that though, you convince yourself that nobody is it, and that's the worst place to be.
And people slag me like, you slag me when we're dope. But unfortunately, but again, lad, that's. I brought that on myself and I protect myself. And people are saying, "No, but don't be thinking." Like,
that's just the way you think.
That's the way I think.
Yeah.
But that's the way you deal with it. They accept it like that, is it?
But that's where the football aspect, because I know the old saying, and you do see memes and all. When you walk into a football pitch, all the talk and all the trouble stops. That's why I love football so much. That's because outside of football, I still deal with demons now. I'm depressed. I deal with anger all the time because you're a little bit older now. You know, you have the people around you and the support system. When I was 14, 15, 16, I was immature. Do you know what I mean?
But you didn't know that, and it wasn't talked about back then. And then you're talking to kids nowadays. So even though if you get 10% of what you said gets through to one of them kids, you're helping because they know. Well, Ian said
that's why I'm doing it, buddy. That's why I'm doing it, and I was very grateful when he reached out there. That's why for the football club, and the more the merrier. But that's why I'm doing it, because if I went over to me dad years ago, Dad, what's going on? Shut up, you dope, get on with it. Yeah. Because it is macho. Again, I grew up in the Devaney Flats. You couldn't be depressed in the Devaney. Yeah. You couldn't, because you get the head punched off you. And 9 times out of 10 I did. And then, like,
but your circle of friends now that you had down back then, would they know that?
No, bullying me all the time.
They're doing it as well. So there's no escape, man. No. The only escape you have was your football.
And because me brother never stuck off me. Now that wasn't his. We didn't know.
Yeah,
as a family, we didn't know how to. Like, other families in the flats, if somebody hit your little brother, they'd be like, "What do you hit my brother for? I punched the head off you." My family never done that. It's just the way it was.
Back then, I just don't slagging them, but to break it down, it's bullying.
Unfortunately, the way my mind was, everything that affected me, I locked it in and I held on to it instead of releasing it. I had no release, but 9 times out of 10 football's released, because when I played in goal, lads, it doesn't matter how depressed they are. And that's why I love the sport so much.
But then you said from have been up here to down here, right? If you're going in here depressed, right, and you're feeling down yourself, and you go and get man of the match, you're latest, you're coming home the happiest person in the world, and all your problems are gone.
That's the football in a nutshell. See, when you get, now I loved penalties, but see when you win a penalty shootout, euphoria.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what's going on in my life. I can be depressed, I can be suicidal, which unfortunately I am sometimes. But see, when you play football. But again, look, I'm older now, and listen, I've been through a lot. But there's other people out there who's been through wars, and I have to say that. So, but I know how to deal with different situations now, and one of them is football. People don't realise how important football is.
Do you think that's what got you out of it, as a, like you said there, how old were you when you tried to commit suicide?
14.
If you were 14 years of age and thinking about that, and you said your mother seen you and
she saved
stopped you, saved your life. What happens after that? Like literally after that. So, I mean, like when your ma says, "Ian, what's going on? What's wrong? What's happening?" Like,
no, it's a great question. I got professional help. I got straight into hospital, and I had to go through a psychiatric therapy and psychiatrist and all the time, and like a lot of people from the outside were saying he's crazy and like he is mad. And it was like, I wasn't mad. Like, as I said at the start, like I might be autistic. Like, my son's autistic now, and if anybody has autistic kids, you know what I'm talking about. It's a hard situation. I think I am autistic. And when I was growing up, I'm different. I was completely different towards anybody. All my friends and all my family friends were like, "You were a very strange little boy," because it was completely different. But I was strange because what people didn't realise what I was going through. But again, I never talked because I was only so little.
People don't know how to deal with kind of strange and stuff like that, but it's
more talked about now, which is very good. But back then, But to answer your question, I got professional help. I had to go to psychiatric therapy for at least a year and a half, on and off. And my school was fantastic, because my ma rang the school and the school gave me a month off, which she didn't have to do. And that was fantastic.
There's another thing as well. Like, that's not, you're not just getting affected by that. Your parents are getting affected by that.
Right.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's not just one person. It's somebody that's them. It's a domino effect. These people who are bullies.
Yeah.
Bully you. Drops down to you.
Yeah.
Being so depressed and so down, wanting to commit suicide.
Filters down.
Which your mother goes and sees, stops you, helps you, and now she has to go through the whole process of you being down.
I know, Alan, unfortunately, broke her heart that day. I know, but it's just the way it is. But listen, she saved my life. I'm here because of me, man. Do you know what I mean?
She probably felt like not the same. She probably felt that she would have noticed, wouldn't have, the three things different. No,
I'm delighted you said that. I was about to go into that topic. My mum was like, Ian, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know how to.
You didn't know how to express it.
And then you go into these professional people, all these doctors, and then when you break it down and you actually say you were suicidal, and then you don't realise, as you said, what you're doing to your family. Like,
no, I didn't mean.
I understand
what you're doing with your family. I mean, your mother has to obviously feel of her upsetment, but not as a board that you're a burden on it, but she has to feel the heartbreak that she has to be a protector for you.
I think the biggest loss was my dad and my brother looking at me saying, "Why?" Like, listen, my ma saved my life. I love her and all, but the after effect of that, like when my people found it. Now,
I think it's easy for somebody to say, "Why? You know, what's wrong with you?" Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the old saying.
You know what I mean?
It's the old saying, but it's like what? Listen, unfortunately, what I put my family through, I'll never ever forget that. But I'm doing very well now, and I'm talking.
Exactly.
But what, like, I do talk to psychiatrists every now and again about mental health, and what they said to me, like, what gets you going in life? Being a goalkeeping coach is one. Helping kids, being a parent to my kids, and being the best parent I can to my fiance. But what gets me going is helping people. I don't know, the fascination and the energy I get from helping people, not being suicidal. It's a rush in me body. I can't explain of the satisfaction of helping others. I can't explain that.
It sounds like that you have that full satisfaction because you never had it as a kid.
Yeah,
and now you're trying to fill them and get the point across to what you experienced as a child.
No,
and you don't want.
Could be because I don't want them going through that.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's why you probably are a mental health advocate and doing so many great things outside of football and inside of football.
Well, listen, and fair play for setting this up this podcast, because you don't realise how much you're helping other people. You made a comment there on one of your podcasts about somebody reaching out to you and bringing back so many positive memories. That's all because of you, lad. So you deserve a round of applause, honestly, because it's fun.
Cheers.
Like, when we play football for the enjoyment, and then hopefully you have more happy memories than the latter. And when you think about football, that goal I scored, all them cups I won, that penalty save, that's football for me. That's why it's so important. That's why I'm still doing it.
See, when you decide to do these talks and everything else, like, so I'm sure you're sitting home thinking, like, I want to help someone. What was the steps of the process?
Well, the first thing I done was it was kind of stupid, but
I remember this.
I put a video on social media, and it got 60,000 views, and I was like, "What am I?"
Why do you think that was stupid? Like that's again, you're doubting yourself again by doing something positive.
Unfortunately, that's the way my life is, Nelson. That's just the way my brain works.
That's the way it's words,
yeah. But that video, I didn't like two people. I'm not going to mention the names because you know them. I saved their life because of that video. They reached out to me, right, Ian, I'm struggling, what do we do? I've actually saved two people because of that. But when I put out the video, I didn't realise the effect it's going to have. Again, there was 60,000 views, and I was like, what's going on here?
I remember watching that on Facebook.
And then my man and dad were getting phone calls about, I didn't know Ian was suicidal. What's going on? So I brought negative memories back for them as well. So I didn't realise, like, it was extremely positive, but it brought back so many negative thoughts for my man and my brother to deal with, because before I put that video out, nobody knew about it, because it was just me, my dad, my brother and my fiance.
Yeah. And this all started when you were 14 and you put that video out when?
During lockdown, was it?
When I was 21. 2021.
You put the video out?
Yeah, was that lockdown?
21.
Oh, not 20.
Back to the future here, bro.
Sorry.
You must be 43. You can't.
When was lockdown, lads?
About 3 years ago.
Yeah, so I did it.
31.
I did it in lockdown. I didn't know. It was 30.
30.
Yeah, but it would have been 2021. That was right saying that.
I thought you said you were
Don't
20.
mind me.
Yeah.
Everybody realised I'm stupid. They all get on with it. But but that was in lockdown, and I was just bored. But see, in lockdown, because
You couldn't get the football.
I wasn't in a routine. I wasn't going to work. I wasn't playing football.
You struggled.
But and what helped me, I had to get out every day and walk. I had to do something with my dog. I had to. Like, my fiance was fantastic. She's brilliant. She was like, "You're right, Ian. You're all right. Go on now."
Yeah.
Did you, when you first met your girlfriend, or did it take
Yeah.
long for you to admit these few bits and pieces that you struggled with?
Yeah,
or
unfortunately.
was the mask up for a long time? Or?
Yeah, unfortunately, I put the mask up on everybody except my man and my brother.
Yeah.
And then I should have told her straight away, but she had to learn out the hard way when I made that video. Or another time, I went to the army. When I left school, I went to the army, and I didn't commit suicide, but I attempted it. Like, there's a difference between trying to actually commit and doing that. But I attempted it, but I realised, Ian, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But I left the army straight away, and then I told her that day, and she was like, "Just tell me everything.
Yeah.
Just tell me." And she's
that
been
way
a
off
great
the
support.
shoulders. Just feel a work away off the shoulders as you're talking about it? Or was
No,
it
because I'm like right now I'm still depressed. I just know how to deal with it. I don't think I'll never, like, I have 2 beautiful children at home. I'm doing very well. We have a house. Me family around me. I'm goalkeeping coach, and I'm putting smiles on kids' faces. I'm doing very well. But I'm still depressed. I don't think.
Struggle at times.
I don't think I'll ever. But I know how to deal with Alan. And you know what helps me out? Listening to music.
Does it, yeah?
Oh, bud.
What's your go-to?
Chris Brown.
Yes, bro.
Chris Brown and Aslan.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this out there to everybody who's listening. If you ever are struggling, find your happiness, and whoever is happy, stick with it.
Would it go for a walk with it?
Yeah, and
Headphones on and go.
I live in Donamead out beside house. I walked upon Mark before 2.5 hours, like walking, and people. She says to me, "Where'd you go?" I ended up upon Mark.
Just music.
Just music and gone. And now
Yeah.
I listen to yourself. I listen to podcasts. I love podcasts. But the way my mind is, lads, I have to be doing something, because if I stay still, them thoughts come back.
I know it's a very important topic for you. Is there anything else you want to go touch on?
The most important thing is I'm going around to football teams to talk about mental health, and the reason why I'm doing that, because nobody else is doing this. The old saying, the elephant in the room. The more people to talk about it, the better. That's really good. I'm at my LinkedIn up with like you probably seen on my social media. I was in the Dáil 2 weeks ago with Anna and Gary Gannon, and they're going to open so many doors.
Anna's doing some great things for the community down there now. He's doing really good things.
So he set up the Football for All in East Wall.
That's right, yeah.
And the autism for kids, and my son is involved in that. A year and a half ago, my son was non-verbal, lads.
Yeah.
And like, he's coming on leaps and bounds. And yourself, Nelson, in the Football for All, you don't realise I'm going to say it again, football can be the answer of so many happiness.
Yeah.
You don't realise, people don't use football as a tool. It's unreal, the doors and the opportunity you can give to normal people, or
just kids down there in Football for All. The people that run it down there. I'm not down there at the moment. They were just Stars and a few other lads down there. And, there's 2 or 3 kids that come out and are going to mainstream football.
Well, there you go.
They started off there because the parents said they're not ready for mainstream.
Yeah.
Got them in there. Like my own nephew Keelan, he has Tourette's.
Yeah.
He has autism and all that. And now he's up there, and the kids love. Like, the kids don't even ask any questions. They think he's going to be on the outside because he has Tourette's.
Yeah,
he makes involuntary sounds and all that. They all love him up there, and he's a very good footballer. Actually, very good goalkeeper as well. He plays in goal league as well.
There you go. Yeah, the power of football. All it takes
is just the kids to find that place on the team, and then when they're ready for mainstream, you can feed them into it. You know.
That's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day. Get more people talking, and when we have a meeting, me, Gary Gannon, and Anna. In January, we're going to do a big open talk down in the Sheriff Hall.
Yeah.
And we're going to organise every football team who can come. It's going to be an open conversation about the importance of football and mental health, both juniors and seniors.
You can let us know when that's on.
I know,
Well,
Gary Gannon is at that TD. He's at the opening so many doors for me. He's a hero, man.
Is there?
Gary used to play ball, didn't he? I played
for Sheriff.
The AOL youth team.
Yeah, for Sheriff. And he's
centre half.
I never played against him. I can't remember. When I first met him, I used to play football. I said, "No, you didn't." He says, "For." But that's the way it was.
His brother's involved here with Things United. He's a coach with Things like Brian, yeah.
But they're opening so many doors for me because, again, I keep saying it, but it's not Ian Dumbrell this, Ian Dumbrell that. It's talk about mental health. That's
so
the way
people
I
get in
see
touch with you at your socials, is it?
IDGK anything social media. So it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
And so if anyone wants to get in touch with and get a talk, you doing goalkeepers or will you do the whole team?
Well, I do. Your team was goalkeepers, but I do a whole team. I did apologise. I did the whole team.
Yeah, and then you'll be good moving on to seniors as well. Yeah.
And what I'm about to say is very important for all the listeners as well. My number is on all my socials. If anybody's out there struggling, please reach out to me.
Brilliant, fair play to you.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not this god. I've never made the college about talking. It's just I've been there.
Do you know what it is? You're another set of ears just to listen to what they're going through, and sometimes that's all it takes. So
exactly, yeah. No, thanks for
keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, buddy.
I have to say now, fantastic things. Fair play.
You go through your football into Sheriff.
Right, into the Sheriff days, into the prime days, right?
How did you end up getting down there to Sheriff?
So I was with Brendaville, right, and the Brendaville manager was Mikey Keane. Remember Mikey Keane out the flats? What a player he was, and he got released from England or something, and then became a manager. And again, my brother was with Brendaville, and I wanted to play with my brother. And I got a phone call. So people don't realise this. Before Anna Riley rang me, Tony Kane and Jordan asked me to get down to Sheriff. Because I was going out with my girlfriend, she's from Portland Road. So remember the barcode days? Yeah. So I knew Tony and all back going to barcode. And Tony came over to me one day. He said, "You still playing a goal?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You want to go to Sheriff?" And I was like, "Lee Murphy's down there." I just come down, and that was when Paul Usher and Trana were down there. And I went down and I ended up signing, but I ended up playing for the Saturday team, but I wasn't playing. I was like, right, I need to start playing. So I went back to Brendaville being a banger, but I was still with Sheriff. And Paul Usher and Trana walked away. I think they had a bust up with somebody, and they walked away. And then I got a phone call of a number I didn't realise it was Alan Riley. I didn't know who Alan Riley was. I knew he was an unbelievable footballer, and I think one of the lads of the football team recommended me to for him to ring me. And I was like, "Well, Lee Murphy's down there," and he said, "Ian, Lee's had to do his crew. She's going to be over 4 to 5 months." And I was like, "Ding ding, let's go." Yeah. Because a lot of people give me stick. Well, he didn't. I'm going to say this now, and it's going to cause a lot of controversy. I play for the best amateur team in Irish history. Yeah, I don't think I was going to really doubt it. I'm saying that now, and I was number 2 of the greatest goalkeeper in Irish history. And that, listen, I'm sorry about upset people saying that. It's
the team when I had to say, because sometimes you stepped in when Lee wasn't available.
Well, for the first 4 months, he did crucial. Like my first game against Wefty. Remember, we beat us 1-0 out there. Kildona, and John O'Rourke scored. It was 1-0. My first ever game for Sheriff, and I was terrified. And out there, like back there on the Sunday morning,
there's a good crowd there as well.
Yeah, but see out there on the Sunday morning, it wasn't an easy place to come, lads. You was made that ready. It wasn't, because you were big and he's were loud. Yeah. Especially you. He's right.
He's looking at Al Barrett.
No, but he's right loud. But sometimes I love that. But I think the shout. I think the shout was, Lee Murphy's not playing. Who is this fella? Let's get him. But as I said to you, the more pressure gets put on me, the more I perform. And that first game, I didn't have that much to do. I done very, very well coming across and all. But it was very funny, because the reason why I remember it, John O'Rourke's baby's christening was the day before, and he wasn't going to come. And Alan Riley said, "Just go on the bench." And he wasn't starting, and I think he was still drunk. And you were battered us. You hit the crossbar and blah, blah, blah. I think I made a few saves, and we couldn't beat us. And we brought John O'Rourke on half drunk, and he scored 1-0.
So a half drunk John O'Rourke played and made a show me and scored a goal.
I think it was one. That was my first game, and I was like, but I loved it. I was like, lovely.
I don't know he actually played lethal at the small centre forward.
That was my first game for Sheriff.
A player that probably didn't
fulfill his potential.
Yeah, that was my first game, and I was like, I just fell in love straight away. But see that dressing room the minute I walked in, like people just slagging me straight away, and I was like, this is a bit of me. Let's go, because I loved that. And then the training, like Anta was saying about the training, it's the best training I've ever been about. I trained with both first team lads, and that training out there was very, very similar at an amateur level. So what you used to do was, at 2 11-a-side goals and play 9-a-side or 8-a-side. And if you lost the ball in that training session, you'd be punched around. See Anta Kavanagh. He's in my team. If you probably asked me the team at the end, he's in my team as one of the best centre halves, but I hate being on this team because he wants to win all. I remember him nearly punching the head off me because he turned around and the ball was going in the top corner, but Liam Murphy had the ability to save it. I couldn't save it. I'm not Liam Murphy, and I was like, why aren't you saving it? Because that winning mentality, and I was like, Anto, will you shut up? I mean, but that was him. Like, I got put into a football team who was used to winning. They were winning off the bat. Win. And then they bring in, like, Anna Riley signed me. I went down. Chris Joels came in. I was playing. They bring in players like John Lester. Holy Jesus, what
Daz went in then.
Now, when Daz first came in, right, I remember playing against Daz out there because am I right in saying out there was Carl Summers playing that game?
No. Carl never played things for FDF seniors.
Well, then I might be in Daz because I said that centre mid, he never lost the ball. It was unreal. And when Daz first came down, I didn't know who the man was, and I was asking.
Wasn't me, no. So.
But I was asking, who is this fella? But see, like, he's one of the most underrated players I've ever seen in my life. That's because people don't talk about him when they think they should be talking about him.
Do you know what's funny? Because we played with Daz and we all knew how good Daz was. We never knew we never knew anybody thought that about Daz. Like, because Daz even said it on his last podcast. He said, I don't think many people knew me or even knew who I was, like, until I probably went to Sheriff, because there's still even a few people that probably say wouldn't know him in over as a senior or whatever. But we never thought that, because we always knew how good he was, and he was always the top player in their team.
At the start he was hard to get in because John Lester there was Bones. Bones is Bones. We all know how good he is. But when Daz got in, he didn't go back out. Yeah. But the thing about Daz is, which I say to all holding midfielders, which is very, very rare. If Paulie went, or Joe Neal or Brown or whoever was playing it, they went, Daz, it's like he's a robot. He slips in there, like, no, he go into your position. 9 times out of 10, a midfielder wants to run the pitch to score. Everyone he wants to score. He didn't worry about that. Right, my right foot's at the bomb and on. I'm going to slip in there. That's very rare, lads.
What Daz got going down to Sheriff was he had the players around him.
Yeah.
Not just 2 or 3 players around him. It's not just because he had Wacker or Bones or John Lester. He had 11 players around him that were on the same wavelength as him.
See, the likes of Wacker, Tony, John O'Rourke, they were all playing
all
since
quality.
They're kids, so they all knew that game. And then Alan sprinkled the likes of John Lester, Daz, Dunners. When Mark Higgins came down, I knew Mark Higgins was good, but as you said, put Mark Higgins with better players and he's even better. Yeah. What a player he was, lads. Well, he's still playing now. But that team I went down to, the games that I remember, obviously playing against O'Devney. Like I played O'Devney 3 times that year, beat them once, and I knocked them out in penalties twice, and I saved the penalties in 2. Saved Flugsher's one. And he nearly punched the head on me. Holy moly.
Holy moly.
I remember being out in the AOL and I don't know what cup it was. And I went to penalties. And I ended up saving the penalty. Paul Lynch saved the penalty and we scored. But then Paul Lynch was like,
you and Paul are good mates, aren't you?
Very good friends. Yeah, it was like going up, who's better? He's better.
Very
Paul.
Good keeper,
he was
Do you know what the difference
could have been better, like a lot.
No, the difference between me and him was, right, and Lee has it as well, right? If you go 1-on-1 with Lee or Paul, you're like, he's going to save that. You're afraid, look in the back of your head. You come 1-on-1 with me, it's only Ian, let's score. I never had that. But if you go against Lee, you're like, you might have to put this right in the bottom corner because Lee's going to save it with ability. Or if you go 1-on-1, 1-on-1 with Paul, this fella's going to clatter me. You were afraid. I never had that. See Paul has his demons going up. But what a goalkeeper he was, lads. Oh my God. Unreal. Outside of Lee, he's the best I've ever seen, Paul. But in that game, the madman, because the old saying you say about goalkeepers being mad, to find the penalty, Paul Lynch, I'm taking this. All right, Paul, you take it.
Yeah.
Thing nearly hit the plane going over, and we end up winning. You know what I mean? But that was Paul in a nutshell. But yeah, I played O'Devney 3 times that year. We beat them in a normal game. I think that was a mad game. We beat them 4-3. And then we played them twice, and we knocked them out twice on penalties, and I saved a few, and we played the light. It's on my friends. But see the stick he used to get, Dumbrell is shite, get at him. Again, I just rose to the occasion. I loved all that. Playing against them was fantastic. That's the memories I'm talking about when you think about football.
So when you are you in first choice goalkeeper for them first 4 or 5 months?
No, I think
for the season.
No, I think it was the first. Listen, Alan Riley, he said it to me before. He said, when Lee comes back, he's going to play, and I realised who Lee Murphy was, and I was like, right, I know, but I used that as an opportunity. I'm going to be, in my opinion, I'm going to be a part of something special there, because when Dad said in the podcast as well, when I signed on that side, we won everything. It was the first time the FA juniors in the Aviva. So I'm on the bench sitting in the Aviva, and I'm like, what the hell?
You took your top off after the game.
I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah. Like 3 months ago, I'm playing in the Grange Gone with my brother. I'm sitting on the bench in the Aviva, and people say, are you on the bench? I don't care. I was on the bench in the Aviva Stadium. I didn't care.
Just you need it's a squad thing.
I understand, but Lee played most of it. So what happened was I played the first 4 months when I performed very well. I was unbeaten in them 4 months. You could have put a broomstick in goal with that centre half, with that back 4, back 3, because they were unreal. Like the likes of Anto, if you get by Anto, you have Paulie's one of the best players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
on the guards are covering and going forward.
He covers the ground as well, doesn't he?
And then the 2 left full, Browner and Joe Hill, like that's, and then you have to beat me. Well, hopefully you don't, or Liam Murphy. But I always knew in the back of my head Lee was always going to play, and I understood that. But then again, I don't care who I play for once I'm playing. Yeah. Again, when I had my demons. So when Lee came back, I doubled up. I was on the bench and I played for Saturday football. And our Saturday team were very, very good. Remember that madman John Thompson? Remember John, big top centre half with the glasses? Yeah. He would have played against Sheriff Premier B. Big John, big loud fella.
Always in the sun and shouting.
He just screams all the time.
He was a Saturday player, wasn't he?
When Sheriff 4 started, he was the centre half. Right. Came Joe Tucker and all, but then Joe Tucker, when the big fellas came along, they all fell down to the Saturday team. We had a very good Saturday team. We won the Paddy Cole that year. We beat Connastown in the final. Anthony McCormick and all up front. Like that year, Daz won 5 trophies. I won 6 because of the Paddy Cole.
So you won trophies and Daz then.
Fucking right. Well, but them days, I'll never ever again. The greatest team I've ever been involved in.
So when was the day written on the wall for Sheriff? When was the time to move on?
When I wasn't playing, and people like, so I used to be naive and listen to people. Ian, you're not playing. Move on. I
said this in the podcast with me and Daz and all that. I couldn't came across wrong. When I said I would love them to have someone. When we were saying about managers, I'll tell you just listen. Do you stay where you are? I would love them to have someone to sit beside me and say, listen. This is what you should do. Yeah. Not just because this is what I think the best option for you. Instead of saying, right, come on down here. You're not playing there now.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I'd rather have someone there, like say, fucking an older figure, say, listen, you stay there. You're gonna do it.
Eventually, you're gonna get in.
Get in now, Jimmy.
Well, I was the opposite. I got in at the start, and I knew Lee was gonna play. And once Lee is fit, lads, he's like when you're naming your team, Lee Murphy's on that team all day long. That's called a spade a spade.
There's always going to be people that are going to look after their own best interests. Go, come on down here. Don't mind them to come down here. That's what I was saying.
There was a few people that came down that didn't play. Like Gareth Arkins came down, lads, and he's one of the best touchers I've ever seen in football. Like everywhere he went, he was unreal. And because John O'Rourke and Wacker were like that.
What the Sheriff Y.C, did he? Yeah, I didn't know that.
For one season, I was like, I didn't know who he was, and then he was in training, and he put the ball to the corner. Couldn't get in, could he not? Dunners came down, couldn't get in. Well, he in and out, but the main people were like, there was people coming in all over the country trying to get into the team, and they couldn't get in. Just the way it was. And people used to say to me, Ian, you were easy to bench. Like, Ian, you're not playing today. Oh, right. Other people like, well, what are you benching me for? I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, again, because
I had... movie though,
I wanted to be a part of it.
Because I had the demons, I just wanted to be in that environment and have the crack. I didn't care if I was playing park football at the lowest level or I was playing aircom. I just wanted to be a part of something. That's the way I was. So I was with Sheriff for, I think I was with Sheriff for 2 years. And then I got a phone call off Chandler. Come out to Devon. That's when the first time I met you. And in that game, even Chandler was promising me everything. That's a madman, Chandler. I love him, but he's a madman. Saying to me, you're going to be number 1, blah, blah, blah. Play 2 games and I got bombed. I was like, what's going on here?
Was Paulie going ahead of you, did he?
No, Carline and Loylai.
What happened, Paul Ince then? Did he give up? Or?
No, we went to he was getting paid. He went to a team and got paid. I don't know who it was, but
he was always there or not there, Paul Ince with O'Devany, and I think that's what probably held Paul back from going a bit further in an amateur.
Well, he signed for Sheriff, lads, and I always remember Bones.
He played, didn't he?
Yeah, because Lee went League of Ireland, and Alan needed a goalkeeper, didn't he? And I think I was there when Lee went League of Ireland, and remember the goalkeeper out with the fireman Ozzy.
Yeah,
Ozzy came down. I said to Alan, "What's going on? I'm next in line there." And Alan replied, "Now he was honest with me, which I respect." And he was like, "I don't think you're ready." And I was like, "Right, fair enough. I'm going to move on." Ozzy came in, he didn't do well. Now, Ozzy's a fantastic goalkeeper, he didn't do. And then they signed Paul. And I was delighted because Paul deserved that. But Paul is to play with Sheriff, you had to be very comfortable with your feet. And Paul, they tell you, Paul gets the ball and kicks it. You can't ball.
He cleared the pitch, wouldn't he?
But everything else he's done well. But people probably laugh at me. I'm very comfortable with my feet. That I am. But so is Lee. But I think Paul, his downfall was his footwork, but everything else. I remember talking to Bones about him. Bones like, Ian, I didn't realise how good he was. Paul Lynch.
Yeah.
Unreal. So I had to leave. I came to a stage where I wasn't playing and I had to leave Sheriff, and then I went back to Devney and I went to Chandler, and I wasn't getting in, and then my brother signed for Dingle. No, Dingle out of Cabra.
So was Loy getting in ahead of you?
Yeah, so
that time when we were
Chandler
there,
says to me in the warm-up, I'm not going to play today, and well, who else comes in, and he points at Carl, and Carl wasn't even training, but that's the way Chandler was. He's mad, and he brought him down. And Carl, no, listen, Carl's a very good goalkeeper, but he just played, and that was it. And then I ended up signing for Dingle, again playing my brother's team. But I was unreal for Dingle because the standard wasn't that good, and I was doing very well.
That's your experience that been down in the Sheriff as well.
Yeah.
Playing the highest level.
And then from Dingle, I went to sign for Usher because all my friends, Usher at the Wezzo, very good friend of mine. He set the centre of a football team. They played Premier C and then went Premier B. I always signed for Premier B, and all my friends were playing for them. John Long, Marley, Brady Fox, Leroy Staunton, Wes I was playing, Jay Orvely, all the lads from the town. So he ended up playing for Usher, and that was a great season. Like, what Wes was doing with Usher now.
He's doing brilliant.
He's a footballing genius. See his knowledge about football.
He's at the being brilliant.
Like when he played for the team, he was good. Like he was fit. There was better players out there, but his fitness levels were unreal. But as a manager, he's unreal. So I was with Usher Celtic, and I played a season with them. And then I moved out I bought a house down in Donaghmede, and I signed for Airfield. And I played for Airfield for 2.5, 3 seasons. And I think that right I'm saying is I won the Leinster Senior 1B with them because they're up in the leagues now. Oh, it's either one underneath that. And then I retired from football in lockdown as we had that conversation. And then my mate Swanee rang me out of Low. He said, Ian, do you want to play football? We haven't got a goalkeeper. He was at the taking up Usher Saturday team. And I said, right, go on. And I didn't realise how miles over I was. My second game was against Club Barrack started team, and Club Barrack started team and a fella, he's in the fourth team now. You probably heard of him, a little fella called Jay Kelly. This fella is lightning, right? They beat us 7-1. I was at cause for 5 goals, and the goals I was at cause for, ball over the top, I'm going to get there. So I came out off my line.
Caught in limbo.
And I was like, I can't do this anymore, get me off this pitch. And I went over and shook a hand. I said, I'm on retirement, and you're at the retirement again. No, because he's playing for the fourth team now. He was unreal. He used to remember Cisse used to do it by Liverpool, no skill, get the ball, kick around after.
Is he an international now? That young
I think
lad?
so, yeah.
Yeah, he's a few caps, yeah. I was talking to Ross about him with Ross because I played centre half. I played against Ross Cardiff for years, and I played centre half with him. And I was talking to Ross. He's like, this fella's unreal. What Ross is doing with playing Club Barrack, they're playing flying. Again, that's another very good footballer, man. But I was with Usher Saturday him, and then I was coming home, getting beaten, and then I was like, no, this is not for me. I can't be doing it. And then we had a baby, and he was diagnosed autistic, and she says to me, you can't be playing football, and I had to give her a helping hand. So I ended up knocking on the head, which, I'd love to be still playing. I want to still playing because the sensation of, do you know what I missed?
It's that fulfillment kind of.
But do you know what I missed? No in training, no the banter. See, you know what makes one. No, see the pig in the middle when you're doing
the rondo.
The rondo. See, little situation like that, I miss all them. That's what for me. You can win and lose if you want to win more than you lose. But see the banter that's involved. See when you walk into the dressing room. Like I missed out. I played with Bexley. I played with Nelson with Bexley. Like, that dressing room, that was deadly up there with Bod, you know.
Bexley, yeah.
Alan Kearns brought him down.
Pierre and Johnny Curdle.
Only a year.
I think it was, yeah. It's probably half a year.
Sorry, I never mentioned I played with Bexley as well, and that was we were one underneath the top Leinster Senior.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
No, we were because we were playing the likes of Liffey and Luke and all. We beat Luke up there.
Yeah, I was. How much of fucking I knew about Leinster Senior.
And that picture up there in Cavan, I remember Gib Barber saying that he played with Bexley. On a podcast, that was because when I was living with my when I played with Bexley, it was unreal to walk with the road and then you go back to the homestead.
I don't know why you left and believing. I think me and Al went to
Tolka. I went to Tolka straight away.
To Verona, no?
No, I think
he went to Verona.
Did he?
Yeah, I think that's Jay Kelly asked to go up, yeah.
No, but but I remember
that's
being.
That's what or something, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, see when you walk into a dress room and
the crack, yeah. It's wrong way for him to come in.
That's
just so the slagging can start. He lifts everyone now with those big gas.
My own manager, Boppers, Kieran McLaughlin, where Airfield used to say to me, Ian, what you bring into the football is unreal.
You can't buy it, yeah.
Look, I remember I was at home, I wasn't going to go training one day, and Mick Akio and David Lacey was in lockdown, and they were about to sign for us, and we were like, wow, 2 legends, here we go. And Boppers was putting on the training session, but he had no goalkeeper. And I think I was at the injury myself. I was in work late or something. And he's like, Ian, please come, because you'll make them sign, won't you? I was like, what do you mean by that? He said, no, we need you're going to make them sign. I was like, I must be very important there. And I went up and I seen Mick. I said, you bleed straight away. I said to Lacey, the first time I played for Devon, it was against Clester. And it was out in the AWL. Do you remember that? Do you remember the football pitch out there with the line across it?
Yeah.
Clester beat us 7-0. That was my first for AWL football. He scored about 4 goals that day, Lacey. And I was like, I'm miles over here. And that was back then. But I went off to Lacey. Remember you? He said, yeah, we put you in your arse. I was like, oh, here we go. But that's what I love. To see the banter. That's what I missed about it. And then, I finished for Airfield, and then lockdown came along, and then I just stopped altogether. And then I was sitting at home. As I said, I need to be in a routine. And she says to me, I know you're not happy.
Is that when you set up your goalkeeper academy, was it?
Yeah, I set up in lockdown, and fair play to Usher Celtic. I was allowed to use their facilities up in Ireland Bridge. Wezzo, I love Wezzo. But then I used to use the Phoenix Park. One of the goalkeepers out here, Ant O'Reilly Jumpley, the goalkeeper, I used to train him in the Phoenix Park. But it's a funny story. I remember in lockdown you weren't allowed to train, and the Phoenix Park is the corporation. Some for the corp. So we've 25 kids, right, and all the parents are there, and it was great to get them out of their houses and get fresh air. And one of the park wards came over. What are you doing? I'm doing goalkeeping training. You're not allowed. Get away from me. Yeah, I'm doing this. That's it. She said, right, you have 40 minutes. I was like, right, you have to wrap this up. But that was my first training session I've done with the kids. And I was like, I'm onto something here because I loved it.
Yeah, you done 1v1s or one-on-one? Sorry.
I do one-on-one, I do group sessions. And then my first gig I ever got was Sambo Hennessy brought me down to Shells. He said, Ian, do you want to be the goalkeeping coach down there? That's my first proper gig. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And the goalkeeper down there was under 14s, under 15s, young Jack. And I loved it. It's like, what in my mind was...
You're just involved with one team?
Just one team with Shells, yeah.
I think if a senior team came in for you now to go and do it, would you be able to have the time for it?
He's put the feelers out for things, United. Here he is.
No, it's a great question, because I still, sometimes I do... I dip my toe.
Even, say, 35s football when it comes to you.
Well, I had that conversation with my missus, and my missus said no.
No.
Listen, people are saying,
because it's the same commitment. Yeah. If you go goalkeeping coaching for Airfield, you might as well be playing for them.
I know.
Yeah, the same thing, yeah.
Well, same commitment.
I'm the goalkeeper. What I'm doing now, I'm the goalkeeping coach of Trinity Dun. I made the football team that's at the back of my house, but I'm nothing to do with seniors, just the kids. I'd rather train kids to seniors, and it's just it's the enjoyment. What gets me, lads, if I show a goalkeeper how to make a top corner save or come and take a catch under pressure, and he does that in a match, and people are looking at me saying, fair play.
Yeah.
That's the satisfaction I get, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. I love all that. That's why I'm doing it.
Just keep doing what you're doing, so it's working.
It's not about me, it's about the kids. Listen, I got asked the question, he said, what's the most important thing about your training sessions? First of all, you want to get them progressing in regards to goalkeeper, but creating that environment. So the kids come into me, they're happy, and they're leaving happy. Or you could have kids and they're struggling at home. When they're coming into me, they're happy. So I could be their happiness, you know what I mean? That's the way I'm thinking about that. That's the most important thing. And you know yourself with parents. You have a football team, take 6 of my kids. It gives them a break, you know? That's what it's all about. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you have to develop the goalkeepers, and if you're not doing, there's no point. And I am developing.
As you said, it's football, the goalkeepers, it's all starting from them with the football wise. So
yeah, nowadays, when I was growing up, get the ball, kick it as hard as you can, but it's all changed now, thank God.
Then I think that's bringing more pressure on the keepers than to play the ball, because they instead of make mistakes with their hands, and like sort of fluffing the ball over, now the ball's at their feet a lot more now, and there's more chance of making mistakes, so the chance of making mistakes is more. The chance of getting fucking depressed is going to be fucking higher as well.
Well, on the flip,
the pressure
on
is going to be higher.
On the flip side of that is dealing with more pressure, dealing with more mistakes. You have to make mistakes as a goalkeeper. Unfortunately, as a goalkeeper, I went through things where you're talking about mental health, but I want my goalkeepers to make mistakes. It's how they react.
You make mistakes, that's only how you learn is from your mistakes.
Even in the professional game, the managers are giving them that freedom. I seen a clip with Pep Guardiola, and when he was training City, and he's telling them, I'm giving you the permission to make a mistake.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the permission to
The
play
way
the way I want to play. I'm giving you permission.
We've all seen Edison with the football, but even Ramsdale with Arsenal, them goalkeepers with Arsenal, they train of a centre forward getting right into their feet, and then because if I commit a centre forward, he's out of the game.
creating space. Yeah.
So I'm like a diamond with a goal. It's all mad now. Again, when I've kicked the ball as hard as you can, get out, but it's all changed. Thank God, you know what I mean. But I'm loving every minute of it. Again, it's my mental health, gets me out of the house, gets me into my routine. But I'm not only helping the goal. So I have this phrase all the time. I'm coaching the goalkeeper, but I'm managing the human being. So how are you doing in skill? That's very important.
Yes.
They shake my hand all the time, high five. That's gospel. I have to do that.
Yeah.
And then I ring the parents all the time. I've actually gone into skills. So I'm involved with, again, I'm with Trinity. I've gone into skills right beside me. How's he doing? Because if he's not doing well, but it's just, I think I go the extra effort compared to other goalkeeping coaches, but that's just, I'm all in, lads. I love it. Like, that's, again, the importance of football.
So what's the future for you now? What's the plans?
Well,
if you haven't written down saying like, here's my goal for the next, say,
a lot of people are saying, look, I have me away for day, but if I do want me badges, I don't know, because I have 2 kids, and what I'm doing now, I have my IDGK, that's very, very busy doing one-on-ones, and then I'm a goalkeeping coach at Trinity. I have other clubs like Belvo, Home Farm, Bowes, the Academy. They're like, there's people in good circles talking about me, trying to get me a job with them. So I'm doing very well. But my guys in the future, I think I'll just stay. Like, I've travelled. I've been to Eden Derry. I've been to Patsy Y. I've travelled being a goalkeeping coach.
Being local is obviously very important for you with the kids.
I think so. Well, and then see the travelling. Like, it takes lumps away travel. See that Eden Derry Offaly. I used to do that. You come in at 10:30.
It helps when you have to leave the house 5 minutes before and you get back 5 minutes
Exactly.
after.
You were saying that about criminal.
Yeah, it does.
No, that's like, you're not. If I got a gig, if, like, for example, Francis gave me a gig, I'm never going to accept that because it's miles away.
Yeah.
What's the point? Like, my dad always says to me, don't be travelling. Never travel.
Don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure.
Yeah,
Exactly.
unless you're okay with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, what I spoke about with Crumlin. Crumlin's only 20-25 minutes away from me. From
It was
when I
handy.
And
Yeah.
like, I was getting there, no problem.
Yeah.
Enjoyed every single second of it.
Yeah.
But when I got that little bit older and I reached, say, last year, obviously, 37, and I'm like, do you know what? Just being close is just the convenience of I've gone up the road and training Phoenix United and just playing a match 5 minutes where I started football, and it's just a real. I just feel more relaxed than me last year with Crumlin, where I was a bit like, I have to get ready, have to go an hour before, have to get back an hour, and you're coming in at 10:30.
And you're listening.
Getting your dinner then probably as well.
And you're still going to be. It doesn't. Like, I know you too. You're still going to be professional, like being with your team. And all
no matter what. Yeah.
But see, as you get older and you have kids, see all that travelling.
Yeah,
now,
matters.
I'm not like, there's people that play Leinster team. That likes me cousin Dell. He travelled to Bangor. Bangor's over there. Fair play to them, but not anymore. So them travelling, not anymore. But listen, at the end of the day, whatever makes you happy. If it's happy playing for Sacred Heart and Talent and you're from the North Side, if that makes you happy, keep going.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I agree.
But in regards of what the future looks like,
you have your talks there. So
I was about to say, the more talking we do, the better. My plan is, right, reaching out to, Gary Gannon reaching out to me to have a mental health officer in every club. That's my goal.
That's brilliant.
See the way they have an officer for the guard event and all that.
Yeah.
A mental health officer, or one for your area.
Well,
that's the way I think.
If any clubs out there are listening, or anyone involved in any
reach out to me.
Schoolboy,
Anybody,
senior, touch base with Ian. Looking for any coaching, goalkeeping coaching, touch base with Ian.
Well, you'll have to come to him though, you know, so out his back garden or something.
I'm a guard to goalkeeping, and I'm busy doing that. So no, listen.
I mean, your
the mental
Ian,
thing,
the Ian.
Well, the
IDGK,
I don't put that on social media because I'm busy and that's at the reach and everywhere. I'm training the kids all the time, and then as I said, I'm with Trinity and I'm doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I'm extremely busy now. So I'm happy. The most of this, I'm happy.
If you're happy, pal, and just keep doing what you're doing, all those great things.
Exactly.
The mental health is brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't let car trouble slow you down. Turn to motor experts at O'Connor's Cars for fast and reliable service that gets you back on the road in no time. We all know the frustration of unexpected breakdowns. That's why their team of skilled mechanics are here to fix any issue, big or small, with precision and care. From engine tune-ups to brake repairs, transmission fixes to diagnostics, they do it all. For reliable motor vehicle repairs, call O'Connor's Cars on 01 834 0938 or contact them via Instagram or Facebook at O'Connor's Cars.
Right.
You go into our questions, will we, Al?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Yeah, very excited about this.
We'll start them off, Willie. So, any regrets in football?
Yeah, my biggest regret was I didn't do better. And what I say that is the likes of being the number one for Sheriff, being number one for Bangor, getting into Bo's first team or getting into Pat's first team. I was always happy being number two. But again, it came down to I just wanted to be involved in that setup just to get out of the house. So I should have done better in football because a lot of people do say to me, I was a very good goalkeeper, I should have done better.
I think a lot of yourself that was kind of holding you back there because you kept saying there about 6 times through this, it's only Ian Dumbrell. Because you're thinking that's what they're thinking,
that's
but
the way
maybe they're not.
Yeah,
But in your mind, you're saying it's only him.
No, you're right to say that, yeah. That's just the way
you're
I'm
not going to push
programmed.
yourself. You're not going to push yourself to be number one
if
you haven't that self doubt.
Yeah,
in your head,
exactly. But that's it's. Yeah,
but you talk shit again. Your talk's going to get that out of kids as well, though.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
So, you know.
Right, Ian, the best player you played with?
Right, so because I'm a goalkeeper, it's going to be a goalkeeper and an outfielder, right? Best goalkeeper I've ever played with is Liam Murphy, right? The best player I've ever played with, ever, is Wackerdon.
Yeah.
There you go, best manager.
Kieran McLaughlin with Airfield Boppers.
Oh, Boppers as well.
I listen, Alan Riley and Chris Jones were unreal and they set that standard and all, but I told Airfield what I was going through on regard to mental health in the lockdown and what they done for me.
Yeah.
So it's not only him, it's
good
him.
Lads, Malona's there as well, isn't he?
Malona, you remember Malona for Wefta, don't you?
Just heroes, yeah.
Malona, Boppers, Keith O'Connell and Stephen, what they done for me. Take time off. But best manager I've ever had.
Best club.
He's had a few.
Listen,
more than you.
That's why I got some stick the other day.
I'm forgetting about them myself.
I got some stick the other day about
you
this.
never mentioned Verona and Bexbury in the air podcast.
But he said something about Phoenix, so I said to myself, did I play for Phoenix?
How can you not remember playing with me, bud?
Oh no, but listen, too many smacks in the head. I don't know, I think I trained for Phoenix or something, I can't remember, I probably didn't.
My problem was, whoever knocked on my door, do you want to play? I said, yes, let's go.
Well, you enjoyed up Bexbury, it was a good little spin up there, was, yeah.
The best club has to be Sheriff. Look what I've won with them.
Yeah.
I've a lot of people are saying, well, you didn't play. I don't care.
Self-doubt again, come on.
So what? I've won everything in football. I've won everything.
Yeah, brilliant.
Your best friend in football?
Right, 2, because I'm a goalkeeper. Paul Lynch, football and weight, John Along.
So we're going to go into hardest player you played against.
So it has to be a centre forward. So John O'Rourke, because when I wasn't with Sheriff and I played against John O'Rourke, he used to. I used to love getting physical, but when somebody does it, you're like, oh, what are you doing that for?
John lives lonely.
And no, because John O'Rourke's the most physical player, especially because he corners against. I think I get the better of people. Not with him.
Yeah,
not with him.
Favorite memory
of football. That game when I was a child, out Evany against Albies, under 16s, when there were 600 people there, and I put my name on the map. I think it was 14, 15 playing under 16 with people, the likes of Robbie Martin, 2 years older than my age. And I made save after save after save after save again. When I was that age, I couldn't kick the ball. I had to get the centre, I kicked the ball.
At that age, you're going through your struggles. So yeah. And that's the height of it as well. So,
but see that game, like see the recognition. No, when you go back to the flats, you played that game. It was unreal.
Yeah. That's the local hero. Yeah,
that's my favourite memory.
Here's one of my favourite ones: players that didn't fulfil their potential.
I have 2. Right, and I'm going to mention them again. Paul Lynch, we all know how good we've been talking about. That man should have. I'd say League of Ireland, because I've never played in England.
His attributes, I think he should have. With his attributes, I think he should have played in League of Ireland.
He's exact same as Lee. Lee, what separates him and Lee is Lee could ping a ball or play with his feet. But Paul was just as good as Lee. And then,
but Paul's commitment then the things wasn't there for him. Like,
Paul,
he didn't like train and
Paul was
he'd
mad.
show up for 6 weeks
crazy.
And then he wouldn't.
Like he used to fight with refs all the time. He was mad. So he wasn't really. I'm not saying what's the word professionally. He didn't. how can I say this? Oh God,
He was never. I don't think he was grounded, was he?
he was a crazy kid growing up.
Yeah, you don't think he was ever grounded on a football pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Here's a story. Up
his
in
head.
our Devoney pitch, he used to do a 7-a-sides every year at all the kids. And I remember his team against my team. And listen, I'm going to talk about penalties again because I loved them. I scored and I saved this penalty and he punched the head on me.
I didn't think that story's going to go that way, did
I saved this penalty and he just punched the head on me.
I thought this was going to be a drag out story there. Saved the pen and took that at me.
That's Paul Lynch, my best friend.
And he was the second one.
On my guys of ability, he played with John Along.
Yeah.
So when I first knew who John Along was, he was playing for Belleville and he was a whipper, unreal. And then I went with O'Devney and then John Along just went down one road where...
Was he a good schoolboy, yeah?
Unreal.
Was he?
Unreal. And then see his technique in striking the ball out.
A really good taste.
You see free kicks.
Yeah.
But he just, I don't like, see, when we were growing up, we were drinking and all, and we weren't professional. If he had to get his head down, in my opinion, he could have done anything he wanted. Like, he was scouting and all as a child and all, he was doing very well, but like on his day, he was unplayable, but he had too many bad games before he had a good game, but his strike of a ball was perfect.
Very clean, yeah. Your best 11.
Oh, here we go. Right, so Lee Murphy, right? I'm going to do a 3-5-2 because I thought about this today. Lee Murphy, the three at the back. Del Prendergast, Anta Kavanagh, Joe O'Neill, right? Midfielder, whole midfielder. Daz. I have to put him in, right? Up beside him. Here we go. Lara Dunn. I played with Lara Banga.
Yeah.
What a player he was, lads. To the right of him.
He's one of the toughest players I played against, Lardon.
And do you know what? Al, you can kick him all day and kick him and he'll take it and he'll put it through your legs. Like, if you kick me, I'm going to kick you back. That's just the way it was. I'll get into a battle with you. He's one of the nicest men in football. Doesn't course, doesn't do anything. But the ball, you don't hear him.
See
the ball at his feet.
He won't fight you. Do you know what I mean? He just play.
But you probably want him to get aggressive. Come here, let's go. No, and it just goes. I'm going to pick Bones over John Lester because, listen up, John Lester was unreal, but Bones is one of the... That man's engine. He could go out and eat kebab and then play a football match and outrun anybody. He had that. Like, I can't explain how fit he was, lads, and he didn't put his... Like, he's fit now, he does all his running and all, but like, he used to eat terrible and show up, and there's me trying to eat clean, not even playing. I'm like, and he'd out like, how are you doing it? But then get a game by the scruff of the neck and go win the game. Bones, let's go, because of his determination, because he was that dirty, aggressive player. But technically, he was
very good,
unreal. I'm at the leaving now, Paulie Murphy there, but I had to pick Del Boy over putting out this. No, I love Paulie, but
we'll give you a bench.
Yeah, but listen, Paulie against anybody else's team, but I just think Del Boy was. Like, what I learned from Del Boy was, and I still use it to this day about the keepers, communication skills. Like, you probably heard me, what a player. I say these phrases all the time. What a header, what a player. I got that off Del Boy. Del Boy was saying that 20 years ago. Like, if you're the right foot and you just headed the ball and it's just a normal header, he's coming over to you. What a header that was. And you feel...
Yeah.
I learned that off.
Goes a long way.
See the communication skills. I say that to me keepers nowadays. The more you talk, the better. I learned all that off there. So, Paul, if you're listening, I'm sorry. So I had
Daz, Bones, and
Lardon
as the three.
Yeah, right. Fullbacks, whatever you want to call them, wingbacks. Right, Mark Higgins, Kevin Lynch. Mark Higgins.
Kevin Lynch in Australia now playing, is he?
Yeah. The first time I ever met him when I signed with Sheriff Y.C, and I didn't realise how good he was. 1-on-1, he'll sit you on your ass.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10. But defensively...
It wouldn't be a step over that. Let's just shift the ball, would it?
It's the exact same as Mark, but Kevin played left forward with that Kevin's team when Kevin's had Hendricks and all, Irish International, but he was playing left forward, so he can defend as well, so he's very good.
He played on their team, Robbie Brady team.
Kevin's team, he was fullback. And Mark Higgins has the best drop of the shoulder I've ever seen in his life. It's a shimmy, and you know it's coming, and he's one of the best players I've ever played with, lads. And again, he was local. He was unreal. They scored in the winner, a header in the FU Junior final in the Aviva Stadium and all. Like, that's people. He's very underrated as well. Not enough people talk about him.
Do you know what? I don't. Is underrated the word for Mark? I don't know. It's like he's unknown.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Because he's silent. He doesn't build himself up, you know what I mean?
But even that though, like there's players there as well that you'd say were silent that could have played for Sheriff. Do you know what I mean? As well, but it's like he's unknown. But for such a good footballer, he's not out there. Like, do you know what I mean?
When you play with him
or
against him,
I know how good Mark is. Look, jeez, he's very good.
Like in training, he'll just do a body shape and he'll sit you on your arse, and then. Like, I've played with unbelievable, like Tony Kane. I'm not leaving him out. What a player Tony Kane was. But Tony Kane will do lollipops with his feet and he'll sit in your arse. Mark didn't need that. Drop it, and you know he's going to drop the shoulder.
Breaking ankles.
I don't know what it is about him. I'm not leaving Tony out. He's going to play and kill me. But Tony Kane, what a player he was. I think Anto said he's one of the most underrated. Tony has demons in his head. That's a person that went.
Look, Tony would be one as well that you could probably say that didn't fulfil his potential, even though everyone knows how good.
See his
like
fitness,
how
lads.
Good he was and how good
he was winning the runner sessions in Sheriff all the time. On regard to his fitness, and there was another man he could eat what he wants.
It was quality, technically unbelievable as well.
So and then me too. So it's a 3-5-1-1 Whacker, Rocker, Vortis Point, and Whacker. Them two were they didn't have to communicate. They knew what they were doing. Whacker's the most intelligent player I've ever seen in my whole life. Yeah. Before he gets, look, I've seen Kramer play. I've never played with him. He's the exact same. Before they get the ball, you know, like so. You're marking me. I know you're going to mark me. I'm going to whip around there, and it's just I can't explain how good he was. He was miles ahead of everybody, but he could back it up because he had a bit about him. Like he's one of them. Yeah. See the banter. He was very good at banter, and then John O'Rock just. That man was eating wrenches.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I can't believe how. I can't believe how good he was. Like he showed up to one of the games. I think it was one of the FEO Junior semi-finals with a Tesco bag with boots on, and they're like, "What are you doing? Everybody's professional. We all have Bulgaria. He's the Tesco." He didn't care, but what a goal scorer he was. Like there was one game. I don't know if you were playing against one of the O'Devney games on the Astro. O'Devney went 3-0 up against us. I was playing that game. Porter scored 2 headers and Wes O'Doyle ran the pitch and put it through my legs. We were 3-0 up and O'Devney against Sheriff 3 and it's a massive rivalry. And Anna Roy came in at half time and said to everybody, stop playing fucking football, get the ball into his feet. Rocker, if you don't hold up the ball, we're getting rid of you, we'll take you off. John Lester was unreal at the ball because he could slow a game down or whip it. We scored so we ended up winning 4-3 because that philosophy, don't play football, get into his feet. Rocker. He'd stick it, like get Barber years old, stick it and get players off him, and we end up winning it. Like that man, like when you look at him, like he's not a footballer, but I was talking to John Lester about him. He would have been perfect for League of Ireland years ago. Because remember the long ball, he would have been unreal in the League of Ireland. But yeah, that's I'm at the leaving out a few days, but listen, so what, you get on with it. But John O'Rock was him and Whacker, what they done together. Like Lee Murphy won games on his own because of his ability. But Rocker to goal without his goals. Yeah. But see, I didn't realise how good he was with his left foot. Like when you get a
I've never ever seen him use his left foot.
Oh, well, I'm telling you now.
John O'Rock.
Yeah, left foot. See in training. No, like him and I always say this. Him and Glenn Crowe had the exact same. When I went to the Bows first team, centre forwards get the head down and smack it. John O'Rock and Glenn Crowe, they don't smack it. It's like a correct thing.
See, Evan Ferguson does that. Pass the ball
pass into the net. John
does, yeah.
I used to say to John, what he said, that's the way I do it.
Yeah.
Like the man, he was like every time you're under pressure.
It's not laces, the inside foot. Yeah.
If you're under pressure, right, and you're playing against a country team in the FEO Junior, and you have to go long. What a person to hit the ball there, because you just kind of stick all day, and then you get goals from it. Yeah, but that's my team, boys.
Fair play,
Listen, that brought us from the highs and lows of football, and obviously the personal journey, the personal issues as well. So fair play for coming out and talking about it, because I know it's not easy, but
no, this is what it's all about. The more we talk about it, the better.
Yeah,
all day long.
Thanks for being so open.
Thanks so much, pal.
No, thanks very much for having me, boys.